Welcome back, Scouts, for Activity 12. Learn to build a campfire, make a campfire snack with food, knock-knock jokes, and laughter. Hemphill, Camino Real, Blanco Vista Elementary, and all others are welcome.
We are glad you looked in on our Scout pages. Since we are all home more now, these Scout activities are created for fun at home and keeping Scouting alive during these times of COVID-19. Please join me in the Scout Oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Please join me in the Scout Law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
A Scout is trustworthy. A Scout tells the truth. He is honest and he keeps his promises. People can depend on him. A Scout is trustworthy. Show the Cub Scout sign. Tell what it means. Make the sign with your right hand. Hold your arm straight up. The two raised fingers stand for the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. The fingers look like the sharp ears of the wolf, ready to listen to a Kayla. Remember, a Kayla means good leader to a Cub Scout. Your mother or father or guardian is a Kayla. So is your Cub Master or your den leader. At school, your teacher is a Kayla. Say the Cub Scout motto. Tell what it means. The Cub Scout motto is do your best. A motto is a guiding principle and a rule for living. Do your best means trying your hardest, not just a little bit. Do your best all the time. Do your best in school and at home. Do your best when you play a game and help your team. Do your best as you work on your rank adventures.
Requirement 1. At an approved time in an outdoor location and using tinder, kindling, and firewood, demonstrate how to build a fire. Light the fire, unless prohibited by local fire restrictions. After allowing the fire to burn safely extinguish the flames with minimal impact to the fire site. To start the fire, you need 3 things: heat, oxygen, and fuel. Heat comes from matches, oxygen comes from the air, and fuel comes from wood. Not just any wood will do, however. It needs to be dry and well seasoned, never freshly cut. Also, you can't hold a match to a big log to start a fire. Instead, you must build your fire slowly, using tinder, kindling, and logs. To help protect the earth, never cut live trees for firewood. Green wood doesn't burn well anyway. Also, don't bring firewood from home. Doing that can spread pests that hurt trees. We below Scouts should only light fires under supervision of a den leader or another adult. Tinder is anything that burns as soon as you light it. It can include small twigs, dry leaves, pine needles, tree bark, wood shavings, paper, or even dryer lint you bring from home, really. Kindling is small sticks no bigger than a pencil that will burn easily, but not as fast as tinder. Fuel wood is bigger pieces of wood that will burn a long time. You don't need huge logs, by the way. Look for pieces no thicker than your wrist. The lower branches of trees and shrubs that snap off easily when bent. No green wood. Tinder, around the size of a pencil lead. No shorter than your outstretched hand, and enough to fill a circle made with your hands. Look for branches that are dead and down, not on the tree. Kindling, no thicker than your thumb, about as long as your elbow to your fingertips, and enough for a generous arm load. Add Fuel. Larger wood if possible, and have a good-sized stack on hand before you light the fire. Fuel. About as thick as your wrist, about as long as your arm, a stack about as high as your knee. Be careful with fire. Clear anything that could burn from an area at least 5 feet in all directions from your fire. Never play in or around the fire. Never leave the fire unattended. Make sure the fire is completely out before you leave. A scout is trustworthy. You can show that you are trustworthy by following the rules of fire safety. After you're done cooking, be sure to put your fire completely out. You can cover a small fire with a metal can. For larger fires, you can use water or sand and stir the coals. Carefully feel for heat. It should be cold to the touch. To make a quick fire starter, put dryer lint into an empty toilet paper roll and close each end with a piece of masking tape. To lay a fire, first gather all the tinder, kindling, and fuel wood you think you'll need. 1. Build a teepee out of kindling and put some tinder inside it. Add some fuel wood. 2. Light the tinder and blow gently or fan if necessary to supply oxygen. 3. As the kindling burns, have an adult help adding larger sticks and then smaller logs. 4. When the fire burns down to coals, you're ready to cook. Take plenty of time to let a good bed of coals form. It's hard to cook over open flames because you can't control the heat.
Chicka-boom. I said a boom, chicka-boom. I said a boom, chicka-boom. I said a boom, a chicka-rocka, chicka-rocka, chicka-boom.
Build a snack fire with the following: 5 mini marshmallows. They represent rocks. 1 gumdrop in the center for a fire starter. Add broken spaghetti sticks and 3 small pretzel sticks for tinder, building in a teepee formation. Add 2 large pretzel sticks for logs and 3 crunchy Cheetos for fire, with 2 fire Cheeto sticks. Makes a nice fire to enjoy. Then eat your treat. 4 ways to build a fire. Number 1, teepee is simplest and easiest. Number 2, lean-to, sheltered, good for bad weather. Number 3, log cabin, low maintenance, slow burning. 4th is star, minimal wood and slowest burner. Use water and be sure the fire is out. Pour the water gently around the fire to prevent steam from burning you or ashes from rising up.
Campfire Fun. You can enjoy roasting marshmallows. After your tents are set up, you can relax by the fire. You can make s'mores. They are so good.
Do you like to laugh? Of course you do. Laughing makes you feel good, and it spreads faster than a cold. With just a smile, you can meet a new friend, make someone else smile, and create a happy feeling in yourself and other people. In this adventure, you'll find lots of ways to smile and laugh. Requirement 1. Think about what makes you laugh. Write down 3 things that make you laugh. Everybody likes to laugh, but not everybody laughs at the same thing. Think about what makes you laugh and make some notes. Did you know that laughing actually helps your body? It relaxes your muscles and makes your body and mind feel peaceful and calm. It helps your body fight off germs that could make you sick. It even improves blood flow in your blood vessels, which helps keep your heart functioning well. So laughter is just what the doctor ordered. Requirement 2. Practice reading tongue twisters. Tongue twisters are silly statements that trick your tongue. Some are easy to read, and others are really tricky, especially when you say them fast or repeat them. Tongue twisters can give you the giggles when the words that come out of your mouth are not exactly what you were trying to say. Here are some examples of tongue twisters. A big black bug bit a big black bear. But where's the big black bear that bit the big black bug bit? How many yaks could a yak pack pack if a yak pack could pack yaks? Woo! How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Ooh, that's another one. How many cans can a canner can if a canner can cans? Oh my goodness. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? She sells seashells by the seashore. What other tongue twisters do you know that you could share with your fellow Bear Scouts? Requirement 3. Create your own short story. Remove some nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs from the story, leaving blanks. Without telling the story, have a friend insert his or her own nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs in the story you created. A silly short story is one where you have replaced some of the words with words that don't fit, or maybe they do. Here's how to create a silly short story. First, write your own short story. This could be a story about something that happened to you, or a letter you might write to a friend or relative. Next, go through your story and take out some of the nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Finally, without letting your buddy read your story, ask him to give you nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs to go in the blanks. The sillier the better. Write the words he gave you. Silly short story example, the original short story. What I did at Cub Scout camp. This year at Cub Scout camp, I hiked all the way around the lake with my den. During the hike, we saw some deer, a frog, and a lot of butterflies. We also ate trail mix and beef sticks. It was a fun and tiring day. Now you can create your own story by filling in the blanks below. Story with blanks filled in. What I did at the Super Bowl. This year at helicopter pilot camp, I tiptoed all the way around the Empire State Building with my kazoo orchestra. During the fire drill, we saw some wolf spiders, a hippopotamus, and a lot of T-Rexes. We also ate marbles and remote controls. It was a round and sparkling day. Requirement 4. With a partner, play a game that makes you laugh. All games are fun, but some of them make you laugh out loud. Play a game with a friend that makes you laugh. Having a sense of humor and being able to laugh at yourself can help you become more creative while keeping you healthy. Sharing laughter with our friends and family will help bring you closer together and build stronger relationships. A scout is cheerful, so go ahead, let your silly side show, and laugh a little. Here's a game that you could try. Pair up with another Bear Scout and sit face to face. Now, try to make each other laugh. You can make faces or sounds, but no touching is allowed. The last person to laugh wins. After you play, think about these questions. How hard was it to make your buddy laugh? How hard was it for him to make you laugh? What was the final thing that made each of you let out a giggle? Requirement 5. Share a few jokes with a couple of friends to make them laugh. Everybody knows at least a few jokes. You can find lots of jokes in Boys Life magazine or in joke books at the library or a bookstore. You can even make up your own. Here are some examples. What do you call a Cub Scout who carries another Cub Scout on his back?
A taxi cub.
How does a taxi cub move?
Low cub motion.
How did the Cub Scout look when he forgot to take his jacket on the mountain hike?
Blue and cold. Get it? Blue and gold, like the banquet.
Yes, I bet he was. What did the Cub Scout bake as den treats?
Cupcakes.
Yummy! What did the Cub Scout neckerchief say to the Cub Scout hat?
You go on ahead. I'll hang around here.
Why did the rubber chicken cross the road?
She wanted to stretch her legs.
Good one. Why did the horse cross the road?
To reach his neighborhood.
Good job. You'll need a partner to ask the questions for knock-knock jokes. Knock-knock. Who's there? Cows go. Cows go who? No, silly. Cows go moo. Knock-knock. Who's there? Interrupting cow. Interrupting moo. Knock-knock. Who's there? Who? Who? Is there an owl in here? Knock-knock. Who's there? Woo. Woo-hoo. Don't get so excited. It's just a joke. Knock-knock. Who's there? Yoda-leha. Yoda-leha who? Hey, man, why are you yodeling? Neither one of us are good at it.
Yodeling.
That's much better.
Oh.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Cargo.
Cargo who?
Cargo. Vroom, vroom. How to be funny. How can you be funny when you tell jokes? First, start with funny jokes. If you don't find a joke funny, how can you expect your friends to find it funny? Next, think about who you will be telling it to. A younger brother or sister might not understand a joke about math class, for example. Finally, practice the joke, including any facial expressions, body movements, or hand gestures that will make it funnier. And remember, practice makes perfect.
Welcome to Roaring Laughter. To complete this adventure, we have to do 5 simple things. First, think about what makes you laugh. It could be as simple as a favorite cartoon. It could be as simple as maybe your grandparents make you laugh. Just something that makes you laugh. Next, practice a tongue twister. You might need some help from your parents, but practice a tongue twister. So for example, when I was a little boy in England, we had a small saying that went like this. She sells seashells on the seashore. Real simple tongue twister. Next, we're halfway there. Create your own short story. Real simple short story. For example, my short story is going to be like this. I prayed this morning, then I ate breakfast. Now, you're going to take out maybe a noun, maybe a verb. So I'm going to say, I blank this morning before blank breakfast. Then you take that story to your partner and have your partner fill in the blanks with their own verb or their own noun. Real simple, short story, have a beginning, have an end, make it real simple, and then just take out a noun or verb and let your friend fill in the blanks. 4, play a game with a partner. Oh, my son loves to play tag. By the way, it makes him laugh. It's a fun game, and he always tags me out. So play a simple game. 5, share at least 2 jokes. 2 simple jokes. For example, what is an astronaut's favorite key on a keyboard? Spacebar. Get it? So share a simple joke. And then last, number 6, here we are. Practice with your den. Then after you practice several times, then perform in front of your pack at the next pack meeting or at a campfire. As you can see, 6 simple steps to complete this roaring laughter adventure. Thank you so much for joining us, and continue to scout on.
Next time for Activity 13, setting up tents, tying knots, and marble games. If you are interested in joining a pack near you, visit beascout.scouting.org.